Hi Virgo, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to your January 2021 forecast for the month, and we're also going to talk about your 2021 overall yearly energy at the start of the reading as well. This is for Virgo sun, moon and rising signs. Please take what resonates. What doesn't resonate with you is not for you. And check out your moon or rising sign, or what they call your ascendant, if you feel a reading does not resonate with you. And roles can be reversed. Timing's fluid because it's tarot. Now Virgo, you won't be seeing me because it was requested that we see the cards. So I thought I'd give that a go and change it up a little bit for the start of the year. And we're kicking off that New Year's energy for you to just kind of tune you into the energy of the month, what's starting and what's going to be coming in. So Virgo, there's eclipses this year in 2021 overall energy for you, and these eclipses in Gemini and Sagittarius will bring you great change and a new freedom. And for a lot of you, it'll be career, a lot of you will be home, or both. So you're going to kind of see this year, or be shown by the universe, or given a taste of what's possible. And with your relationships, you've got a really lucky in love aspect, what we call Jupiter in Pisces cycle. And Jupiter is all about expansion. So that could be expanding your circle, expanding your belief system, expanding the possibilities, expanding how you are in relationships and working on that. But Jupiter comes in, and it's a very big planet, and negative or positive, it will expand it and show you what needs to be transformed, moved beyond. So it's actually a really nice cycle. A lot of you may be connecting with soul family through career, finding your soul career connection. I feel that Virgo, you are going to get more of a sense of freedom within who you are. And in saying that, I just got a message there for some of you, not all of you. Some of you are on the journey now, exploring or finding who you are or who you are not. And that is going to become very, very clear for you this year, Virgo. Who you actually are and who you are actually not. But in saying that, for that message for some people who feel like they're trying to find their way or on their journey, I'm hearing it could take up to 6 months, okay, before you really land, let's say land or feel connected or home. So there's a lot of changes coming, Virgo. I'm hearing that straight away. There's still a lot of changes, and please, Virgo, you like to get things right. You know, Virgo like to have a plan and execute it and it come out the right way. But sometimes the journey is about exploring. So let's say you've headed to a destination or a job or a career or something, and you really thought that was you. Don't get into disappointment and failure this year, because 2021 is all about change, and we can't make those changes unless we go out there and taste test everything and give it a go and see what it's like. And in saying that, the transiting South and North Node is Sagittarius and Gemini. And what it says is Sagittarius node is saying, look, where you've restricted yourself, where you've stopped, is, you know, where you're at or where you were at is not happening anymore. We want you to go out and find adventure. We want you to be adventurous. And Gemini transiting node is telling everybody you need to go and seek new information, more information. You need to seek new horizons. And some of that will be because of a Uranus aspect that's still in around us for 2021 and all the changes. Uranus is surprises. Uranus is the unexpected surprise that you didn't see or didn't take into account, or didn't, you know, when you go somewhere and you think, wow, I didn't think I'd like that. but I did. So you could get that piece of information, that location, that group of people, that friend, that romantic partner, whatever it is for you, you'll know with your individual chart what aspect it's hitting. Could be all of them. So you might be meeting some very interesting people that you thought you would never, ever connect with or see yourself doing. You might be doing a career you thought you'd never see yourself doing. But it's still got to feel right. It's still got to feel, but they're saying look outside the box. Try that situation you wouldn't normally do if it comes your way. Because I do believe about going out seeking adventure, but it's still got to, or being adventurous and seeking new horizons, but we also have to explore new things, not just things we think we know and like or that we think that we are. Challenge yourself a little bit, Virgo. It's not failure or success, it's experience. And because the whole theme of the year for you is look at the possibilities. What are the possibilities here? So there's a theme here, Virgo, that's quite interesting and exciting for you. And as I said, for any of you with love or relationships, Jupiter is going to expand your love life, let's say, that romantic side. And some of you are going to be very lucky in love. So luck is there. And if you're already in love, you and your current partner, there could be a great expansion here and a luck coming through for you both, as in the personal aspect of your relationship. So let's have a look at the overall energy for Virgo with the cards. What does Spirit of the cards? What does Virgo need to know? Wow. Virgo, straight off the bat, we've got the universe here, or a judge or a hierophant. This is higher authoritative figures. For me, it's my universe card or something. Okay, there's two messages coming through. Some of you will be having to deal with a lot of authority figures being told maybe you have to do certain things or follow certain rules. And for those of you who are doing that, you're really reviewing your abundance, your career maybe, see, the King of Pentacles is about your financial situation, looking at career, abundance, what's abundant for you, what's not abundant. So let's say you experienced a lot of blockages. That's the universe saying, no, we're not doing that. For some of you, I feel there's going to be a big focus on your abundance. What is your abundance? And abundance is your joy, your happiness, your money, your security, your stability. And what is coming in is very universal. This can be a very big universal alignment for you. But let's get into it a little bit further. That's just an overall energy there. Yep, the universe is wanting you to take action now. Virgo, this is about taking action and being confident in that action. But when we're confident in our action or our plan, remember the universe is also there. So watching over you or saying yes, no, blocking you, because this is very destined stuff. So there's like this message, and I want to get it right. It's like some of you have headed off on a journey. There'll be blocks. They're not failures. The universe isn't against you. It's showing you the wrong way or wrong people or wrong group or wrong situation. For others of you, they're saying take action, but be in sync with the universal destined alignment here. Okay, listen to the universe as well. It's all good to have a plan and take action, but if we're not listening to the universe, and they want you, exactly what we said at the start, they want you off exploring new adventures, new experiences. This is the Zero card. This is the Fool is like a new cycle, new karmic adventure, and you're ready for the adventure. The Fool wants to go on the adventure. It's exciting and scary and new because it's new and you've never been on it before, but it's time to seek it and take that leap of faith and trust in that journey for yourself. The Fool sometimes doesn't even know where they're going or why they're going, or a brand new path is provided. And it is a nervousness to do it or do things a different way you've never done before. And this is coming in for you universally as a challenge, let's say, or the universe is with you. It's wanting you to listen to it as well as you go on this journey. It's providing new paths, but it's also saying be in connection. Not so much in my head locked into a plan or a vision or anything like that. It's asking you to work with it. We do learn on our journey of life and journeys we go on. We're not quite as in control of our life as we'd like to think we are. We have a lot of free will and choice, and that's our growth and our lessons. But the universe, we have to learn to work with it. So, yeah, wow, look at this. Look at this. Being abundant, finding the Empress is all queens in one, meaning she has gone through all the aspects, but it's about birth of a child, birth of a new you, and the universe is stepping in here. The Empress is also very, I wouldn't say confident, but she knows herself. They want you to, Empress, Emperor, doesn't matter. They know who they are. Or, as I said, you're on the journey to really find out the true aspects or nature or essence or higher spiritual self of who you truly divinely are. And you're going to be having those conversations with the universe. That's what I can see there. So let's get a shuffle happening and let's see what needs to come through. Messages for Virgo for February, January. I'm already jumping ahead. So if I say something like that, usually things might be moving ahead February for you, or maybe February is going to be significant because that did jump into my head. Some of you watch out for, or watch what's happening in February, or maybe the wait is until February. But let's have a little look here. Come on, Virgo, you're going to talk to me. What messages does Spirit want from Virgo? Really? That one wants to definitely come out. Yep, making decisions. There we go. If life has been imbalanced at all, Virgo, I would say it's coming into balance for you, and that's what finding this new you, authentic you journey, heading off, exploring your options. I keep hearing it's not failures, Virgo. It's not failures if something didn't work out, or you went to this and thought it would be this, or you had a plan and it didn't go through. They're not failures, Virgo. They're experiences. Because I can hear something like, oh, I've got to get this right, I've got to get this right, I've got to get this right. Yeah, here we go. We got this card, which is about balance, balancing up your life, finding balance, but also making decisions here, or you're in conflict in your mind. Also, the Tower card represents change. Sudden change, generally, good or bad, but generally it's about your foundations. Your foundations, Virgo, are about to change. So how you're living, why you're living, you have to change, because if you don't change and you're in the Tower, you'll get burnt. That's why they're exiting the Tower. The Tower must come down. Now, when I say foundation, could be home, career, job. It could be how you are. It could be the foundation that you've built on, or your belief system is coming down. And that's why we keep getting the new journey card. Go and seek, go and find. Yeah. A lot of you, okay. And that makes it very clear to me now why I was getting the whole, it's not a failure, Virgo, if something doesn't come through or turn out how you want. It's an experience. It's a growth. It's how we grow and learn, because here this change that's coming, this is the Star card, reward card, upside down, the manifesting card. So that's showing me that you're not having faith and trust in the universe here. You're not manifesting positively. Something's coming in, or you've made a decision. Let's say it didn't work out how you thought, or maybe it's about to happen in January. And rather than seeing it as a failure and getting all sort of negative about it, that should be the other way. What you manifest is what the outcome, okay? So what you put out to the universe is what you kind of get back. And they're calling for transformation. And this is upside down. Now, this isn't for all Virgos. This is just for some Virgos. Now, this is about transitioning your life, not, oh, I've changed, seeing things from a whole new perspective. On top of the mountain, looking over, seeing it all. But upside down is showing me that you're being very closed, or you're not transforming for some of you. You're not seeing the whole picture, maybe. You're not, there was a change or something's happened here in you or your foundation or your reality or situation. And you're more seeing it, what I'm trying to say is you're more seeing it as doom and gloom rather than seeing the bigger picture here, okay? Now, not the bigger picture, rather than transforming and seeing things from a new perspective is a better way of saying it. You've gone more into doom and gloom. Yeah, and it's blocking your abundance. So this is a pattern for some, that it's blocking your abundance. This is a new beginning. There's more abundance than you can imagine, but it's how you see things. See, it's how you manifest. It's how you think. It's what you put out. The universe gives back as your reward here. And here, this person's rethinking. They're in a good, positive position. They've grown a great crop. They're very abundant, but they're rethinking, or is there more? But again, it's upside down. So there's a very negative aspect here for some of you Virgos, mid-month, mid-January. But in turning that around, see, cards reversed, I still believe they're just asking you to transform, look at things from new perspectives, look at things from high perspective. This is going to bring you abundance. You're actually getting more. The universe has more for you than you realize. You're not seeing it or working with them. You're too in your head here. You're not being positive or manifesting enough, maybe. And because your foundation, something changed in your foundation here. So, there's two messages there. You're seeing one picture. The universe is saying, no, we're seeing this a whole different way for you. So, and for some of you, and this is only a small amount, this will not resonate with everybody. Some of you made a decision. It could have been not a lot of thought put into it, maybe hasty. I'm hearing haste or hasty. You changed your foundation very quickly. For some of you who have headed off on a journey and may be experiencing some disappointment, or like things aren't going the way you thought, I heard it's in haste. It was all in haste. And you've got to remember, we have different levels of being, let's say, Virgo energy. So some Virgos are very organized, and they plan and organize, and they're more, let's call it, wise, or had more experience in life, or a certain aspect of Virgo. Then we can have a Virgo that needs to learn that. Every sign has a positive and a negative, or a what we call a lower vibrational vibe to a higher one. So, sometimes we need to learn to be organized. Sometimes we are too organized, and it's all about balance. It's all about balance in every star sign. We're all trying to learn our sun sign about balance. So you could be one way in some things and the other, or one way or the other way. So you work out what you're like, and they're calling for balance. So let's say you're too hasty. That's a Virgo that needs to learn to be a bit more planned, a bit more logical, a bit more practical, a bit more thought in it. And let's say you're too much like that. Well, then they're asking you to rethink and start looking at other perspectives and abundance in other ways, and how things flow in other ways than your way of you thinking it's happening. That one definitely wants to come out. Yep. It's exactly, I got some clarification there. See how this person's hanging on too tightly to the way they do things? So two things here. Hanging on too tightly to the way you do things, or maybe resistant or not seeing other perspectives. They're pretty set in what they're doing. The other thing is they could be waiting. They could be waiting for change or something to happen or come in as well. So that could be you being resistant, Virgo. It could be someone being resistant or stubborn with you, or you made a decision that kind of made you a bit stuck. I heard some of you kind of shot yourself in the foot, and that's just an analogy. That's not, I'm not saying that, just it's a saying. I've got to be careful. It's early morning. I've got to warm up. Okay. Yeah, definitely that's the theme. I've got my clarification now. This isn't for all Virgos, but here again, remember we talked at the start about the universe. Listen to the universe, work with the universe. The Tower card, change, surprise, things changing in your foundation, groups, people, place, situations. Look at this, Virgo. This person does not want to talk, or you don't want to talk or listen. That could be the universe trying to talk to you, your guides, and you're not talking, or someone's being very stubborn there. You are, though. They're saying slow. See, that's that slow, practical, put things in place. So you think it didn't happen, or you didn't get what you want in January. It didn't work out how you wanted. But they're saying, no, slow, practical, put it in place. Make a long-term plan. This person comes in slowly and long-term. Or let's say that was a relationship. This isn't going to happen how you think, Virgo. This isn't going to be, there's a lot of resistance here, and someone wants to come in long and slow. Planning, long-term. They're asking you here with this transformation, looking at other perspectives. Use your intuition, not your head. The High Priestess uses her intuition, not her head. She trusts her instinct. She is very in sync with the universe within that aspect, developing her psychic side, he, she, or intuitive side. And they're calling for death, and this is happening because they want you to death and rebirth. There has to be a major change in the foundation of how you're doing your life, Virgo. And some of you are going, yes, great, 2021, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to change it up. I wanted to change how I do this, why I do this, why I chose to do that. Absolutely. That's what it's about. That's what the message is about. But in that, we've got to look at new perspectives. We've got to look at from a different perspective, which is that Gemini transiting node. Did you think about this? Did you see this way? Maybe that would work. Did you think about that over there that you've never looked at? So that's what's definitely coming through. By the end of January, you feel a bit overwhelmed here. A lot of emotions here around security, stability, work, home, career, or long-term security, stability. You're really looking at your long-term. You're really looking at, Virgo, or they want you to look at what is going to sustain me long-term. And anyone or anything that's overwhelming you, you're overwhelmed, you've got to make some decisions. Yep, some people, places, situations might have to put out in the cold, or maybe you'll be put out in the cold. Put the roles where they go. It can be reversed, and it's going to be very overwhelming, very emotional for you. But look at this, it's forcing you to look at your long-term security and stability, and that's why there's been a big shake-up in your foundation, and you're not really liking it or wanting it. And for those of you who are wanting it, there's just got to be a massive change here in how you do things or go. Because by the end of the month, looking at all this and going through all this, looking at your long-term security, you're going to get overwhelmed emotional heart alignment. To me, this is finding something you love, passion, something or someone coming in. This is heart alignment. You want to find your long-term security, stability, situation, person, place, situation, career that brings you this heart alignment. This is emotional connection. This is, I feel good here. I feel at home. I feel, all my heart emotions, and you're ready to take action in that, or speak up, or know what that is for you, Virgo, by the end of the month. I'm going to quickly, we're going for time. Oh, beautiful. Yep. Look at this. Look at this. This is beautiful. Take the message as it resonates. The Two of Cups. This is balance, relationships being balanced, or making a decision about union. See how this person's stuck, set in their ways of how things must be or go or do, hanging on to the past too tightly, hanging on to routines, hanging on to patterns. They're not really being and it's creating an imbalance in relationships, in union, in equal give and take. Take that how it goes, reverse the roles, whatever. There's something here about this card is completely different. These are meeting equally. And didn't I say you have luck in love, in union, in equal give and take, equal balance in relationships? This is a union coming in for you. Some of you, it's going to be a twin flame, a soulmate, a divine counterpart union. But usually these two have a higher divine union. Even if it's a career, even if it's a group, even if it's a friend, it is a higher divine union and purpose. And that's why they're shaking up your foundations and the way you think and why you think and how you do things, Virgo, because they're actually bringing in some amazing energy. Look at the receiving happening. Abundance or offers or opportunities. The minute you change whatever this foundational issue is, or the way you do it, or looking at different perspectives, or looking in different directions or avenues, it is going to bring you, look at that, using your intuition, not so much your head and planning. We've got to do both. It's all about balance. Seeing things from new perspectives, higher perspectives, brings you contentment, brings you happiness. This death and rebirth has to happen because you're sick of the old ways. You're burnt out. How you do things, why you do things, what you're connected to. If you're feeling done over it mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, they're calling for rebirth because they're trying to bring in more abundance and flow for you. So this is really positive. And look at this. If this was romantic for some of you, we have the King and Queen of Pentacles sitting together here and the reviewing of it. You know, there's more when you think there wasn't. So this is, again, a match, a union, be it a soulmate, romantic, a divine counterpart. It could be a career match. It could be it's abundance, it's pentacles, it's nurturing. It's something that you feel nurtured in, or connections or groups, or something you feel nurtured in, which was the end result, feeling nurtured, emotionally connected, or knowing that. Even if you've not got it, at least you're going to be clear in what or who that is. See, now we're receiving emotional connection. Now we're tapped into our emotions, not feeling abandoned, out in the cold, or you've had to do this, put someone abandoned or out in the cold, or change the way you do things, which was overwhelming, to get this emotional connection coming in. Yep. All of this is old hurt, old wounds, old pain, old suffering, very emotional, and it has affected or will affect your long-term security, stability. This is about finding your authentic you. This is about finding who you are and standing in it. And sometimes that could be in a place or situation or with people or whatever that, you know, you needed to explore or adventure, or maybe for some of you, you go on the journey and realize it's home is, or home within, inward, or connections is back where you were. I don't know. It's each and every, but this is finding that authentic self and standing firm in authentic you and what you want to do and who you want to be, and moving forward in that. A lot of you felt in this hanged man position. Well, guess what? You're coming out of it. So this is really positive. One more message and then we're going to wrap it up because it's getting long, Virgo. Yep, the Magician. They're saying to you right now, Virgo, and that's what the Star card reverse was. We want this upright. This is all about manifesting with the universe, and it was upside down. The Magician card. Hanged Man coming out of it, where you were stuck, where you were stagnant, where you couldn't manifest. They're saying, what do you want now? You are in a manifesting phase for the end of January, and they want you looking at all perspectives, higher perspectives, no failure and success. It's all about the experience and finding my authentic self, group, people, places, situations, career. And I think there's a bit of a journey in this. I just think January's the start of you wanting to do that. I don't think it's all happening or all the decisions are clear in January. I feel this is what January is activating for you to come in throughout the whole year. So there it is, Virgo. I hope this helps you a little bit through the month of January, because we are kicking off that year energy. So happy new year, and we'll see you next month.